Making profits during a bear market is not easy, but this is the time to buy when the coins are down and the projects are ripe for the plucking. One of the assets I think is going to do pretty well here during this bear market is NFT based lands and metaverses. Today we're going to take a look at a couple that I think could be big and are worth grabbing now for the next cycle of big profits. Are you ready? Well, hey there, crypto friends. Thanks again for joining me. Having a strategy during a downturn or a bear market is a very important thing to have here in crypto. If you don't know what you're doing, you could easily lose out or end up selling assets that are going to eventually recover, but you sell them at a loss. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is make sure we're buying quality assets during these types of dips that we know are going to be great long-term projects that will return on our investment once the market starts to pick up. One of those assets, in my opinion, during this bear market is going to be NFT lands. And so we're going to take a look at a couple today that I think could be really big and are going to be great to add to your portfolio here for the midterm. But before we jump into that, if you love gaming, NFTs, and earning money in crypto, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel here and smash that like button if you like what you see. And then jump in our Discord of Stachers. That is where we hang out and talk all about NFTs, the metaverse, and gaming. Okay, first on my list is a game called Portals. This is a browser-based metaverse on Solana. And these NFTs are actually what they call, spaces or actually like rooms. So versus most other metaverses are sprawling lands where you can build tons of things on, Portals is a little bit different. And what they're doing is they allow you to kind of do a drag and drop, apartment style interface where you can customize your apartment and be a part of this very dense community. And so what they're doing here is they're building a very dense populated area like a big city versus what we see in most metaverses with NFT lands is they're big sprawling open places that are very empty. And so Portals has taken a little bit of a different approach here, which I think is pretty cool. And they're making it very interactive and social, so you can invite people over to your portal, hang out with them, be active there. And they just got done dropping an airdrop NFT to their token holders called the Citizen Card. Don't leave home without it. And these NFTs actually are going to allow owners to visit other spaces and explore the downtown area that's going to be part of this core here, where you're essentially buying, apartment buildings in a building in downtown. So pretty cool project on Solana, and I think definitely one that is high quality and is going to be around for a while. So I think a good time to be looking at getting into this right now during this downturn. Now, another one here that has popped up very recently is called Pavia. And Pavia is a Cardano-based metaverse, and the first one on Cardano that has actually done NFT-based lands. And something interesting here is Pavia is actually the birthplace town of Girolamo Cardano, who is the inspiration for the name of the blockchain, right? So I think that's a pretty interesting thing. So what they're doing here is they have, this very similar to what we see in other NFT metaverse lands, right? You can actually build on top of your land. They have special NFT assets known as PCAs or Pavia compatible assets. And so the builder is going to be out here later in this year, but it comes with a whole bunch of things. So they have mesh wired avatars, which is pretty cool. There is a big plan to launch this towards the end of the year and get things up and running. And this is something you do need to know, though. The team is not a docs team, but this is a project that has kind of blown up here on Cardano as being the first one. And they're looking at going live here at the end of the year at Pavia Pizza, which is going to be one of their centralized pizza places. And who knows? Maybe you run into in Charles Hoskinson munching down on a piece of slice of pizza there and enjoying some time in the Pavia metaverse. But definitely a good time to be looking at something like this with Cardano expanding their ecosystem and into NFTs. The very first metaverse here that has metaverse land, I think makes a lot of sense. They have first mover advantage on the blockchain. A lot of people are excited about Pavia. Another one of my favorites here, and actually my personal favorite on this entire list, is Phantom Galaxies. This is a game that I featured before on my channel, Secret Agent Stash, during my game shows, but it's a polygon-based game, and they're actually launching planets which double as land in their ecosystem because it's a space MMO, right? So these planets are going to have exact coordinates inside of the entire universe, and they actually earn a yield. So you hold these planets and you get a governance token by holding this land. And so you can do a bunch of cool things with this. You can build on it, and there's gonna be resources. It can be your home base. Why own land when you can actually own a whole planet? Elon can have Mars, man. I'll take my planets inside of Phantom Galaxies instead, so I can earn passively with that as well. So the really cool thing about this too is that, you know, they have some demos out of the game right now, so you can actually play the game. You can't jump in and buy land just yet, but this land sale is scheduled here to happen pretty soon, so make sure you keep an eye on their Discord. Now, the last project here on my list is one that just launched on Ethereum. It is NFT World. And the cool thing about this is it's a little bit different. It uses actually Minecraft as its engine. So it's a Minecraft-based world. And we've seen this before with projects on the Wax blockchain, which were really the first to move in that direction and create a Wax-based metaverse. We've seen it also on Ethereum as well before with my Metaverse too. And so what NFT World is doing is they're doing something a little bit different, a little bit more unique here, where you can actually build your own metaverse with this land and create your own P2E games, kind of like you can with the sandbox. But it is Minecraft based, and so you can earn their in-game world token by, you know, building these games. And it does run on Polygon as well, which is pretty cool. And which, you know, obviously means that, you know, transactions are mostly gasless, so not a lot of issue there. So this is a fairly new product here on Ethereum, but I love the fact that we're getting more Minecraft enabled worlds here, and this one has been super hot. The floor price on this has skyrocketed. You might want to wait a little bit to see if it comes down, but I still think a really good opportunity for this to hold its value during a bear market if you have some extra ETH to burn and want to get in on something like NFT Worlds that is a little bit of a higher dollar NFT land for the metaverse. So that is my list here of some upcoming and existing metaverse lands that you can get in on. I do think that, you know, metaverse land is one of the you know, assets that is going to retain its value here during the bear market. So try and pick them up cheap, and then as a lot of these games and you know, metaverses get going here towards the end of this cycle, which is why where I think we're going to have that timing, right? We're going to see the game start to kind of launch and things come out towards the end of this bear market cycle, possibly later this year or beginning of next year. That'll be a great time to then be able to look at possibly selling these and flipping them, or you know, building on top of them and creating some long-term profits for yourself. So let me know what you guys are interested in, and if you are going to be getting in on any of these NFT land sales, or do you already own any of them? I want to hear in the comments below. That's all we have for today, folks. Until next time, stash that crypto, friends.